I'm ready! I'm ready! I'm ready!
Alright everyone, so if you are seeing this upload today, November 11th, we still have not gotten any news in regards to Episode 3 Broken Toys and its release date, so make sure to stay up to date with that by hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, and smack a like if you do enjoy this video. Let's go for 1,000 likes. So, before I start, guys, this upcoming week we will definitely be getting some news on Broken Toys. I gotta put 100% confirmation on it because they said it was either this past week or the following week, and I'm telling you this following week, then it'll happen. So, keep your eyes out. There should be something very soon this week. I'm hoping early as Wednesday, maybe. So, guys, let's talk about what this video is about. Branched Choices, Episode 3, Broken Toys. And if you'd listened to my video where I talked about determinate deaths and stuff with Lewis and Violet, there's a lot of stuff with branched choices. Now, before I can go into the video, branched choices basically means where a player choice can cause branches, where stuff in the game will branch out. For example, picking someone to live or die, or maybe making a decision to rob or steal or not. And these will create branches that diverge the storyline in different paths. So episode 3 is going to have branched choices that will cause a diversion. And we're going to break that down in this video. So, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get straight into it. So, here we go, guys. From the AMA, again, Kent Mudle had a lot to talk about this. So, someone asked the following about time length for Episode 3, Broken Toys. And Kent Mudle responded saying, I think it'll be similar in 402 to length, but it could be possibly shorter. Depending on choices, but it'll be different depending on choices. So here comes the branch choice theory. 403 in total has a lot of content, but it's also heavily branched. But it will be different depending on choices, and this will be highly dependent, I believe, on the Violet and Lewis choices we have done in the past 2 episodes. Mainly, obviously, the 2 big ones in episode 2 with romancing Lewis/Violet, and obviously in the end saving Lewis or Violet from the Raiders. So, I want you guys to leave down in the comments, what do you guys think is going to be meant by this branched choice storyline? So I'm going to throw up a little picture here of what branch choice, kind of like what it means in context. It's choices right here, guys, you can see is basically a branching storyline which we're going to be getting. Now, it's called interactive narrative, where players control crucial points in the game. And again, this will branch the storyline in different paths depending on choices. So that means there will be a lot of variability, differences in choices. Similarly, remember from Batman The Enemy Within, where we could, remember Joker, where we could turn John Doe into a vigilante or a villain. Is that a potentiality where we could be getting in episode 4? But maybe these choices in episode 3 will highly impact how episode 4 plays out, because we could have 2 different episode 4s, depending, maybe even more, depending on these choices in episode 3. But based on this, it gives me an inclination that by the end of episode 3, some people will have completely, and I would mean completely different endings than they had in the other playthrough. For example, in episode 1, we didn't have that, with, again, shooting AJ just shot Marlon no matter what at the end of episode 1. Episode 2, yes, we had the Lewis and Violet choice, but again, at the end, we're still at the end with one of those other persons, and we have Abel trapped. But this time, we could see some major differences. Maybe we're with different people at the end of the episode, or maybe different people are alive and dead, depending on what choices we made in episode 3 and in past episodes. It just starts to, makes you think what possibilities there are for how, when episode 3 ends, where will we be, who will we be with, who's dead, who's alive, what's the objective of the final episode take us back. So this is very important that we notice what Kent Mudle said here. Again, a very similar question to the last one, length of the episode, but his response, episode 3 is very heavily branched based on if Lewis or Violet is captured. That means in the beginning, and this is again my guess, this may not be right, but we will be getting a completely different introduction / how it works out that we get into the Delta and all this stuff with Abel. I think it's dependent on who we have and the choices we made. So, for example, let's take a guess here. With Lewis, maybe we enter the Delta a different way. Maybe we go in sneaking or more in a friendly type of way. But if we're with Violet, if Violet's with us, maybe we're going in all guns a-blazing. Maybe we attack some people, go a little more aggressive. So that does confirm there are going to be, the beginning of the episode is going to be very branched, different, depending on, again, our past choices. That also may include into the, middle parts, even the ending. Again, both 3 and 4 have a lot of variability based on previous choices, meaning variability means differences based on past choices. So we won't really worry about episode 4 yet, but yes, episode 3 is going to have a lot of differences that will be entitled in this episode, guys. So, Lewis and Violet, a lot of you guys, the ship wars and all this other stuff that I see in the comments section all the time, you better pick the right damn person, because, like I said, your past choices with them are really going to start to, now you're really going to start to see them come full circle. Now, with the romancing, with who you trusted, with all that, it's going to come in a culmination in these final 2 episodes, and you're going to see some real differences in how things work out in episode 3, and especially episode 4, and how, they will, either be your friend, lover, backstab you, who knows what they're going to be doing. But like I said, you better pick the right person. You better be 100% confident that they will be with you until the end, and they can make the right choices that won't result in a bunch of people dying and all that. So, very important. I want you guys to leave down below in the comments who you guys picked, Lewis or Violet, and what do you think is meant by this branched choice thing with Lewis and Violet. What do you think that's going to entitle in episode 3? Are we going to be getting a whole lot of differences? Or one of them even going to die, potentially? So that's obviously a question, especially with the determinate death stuff that I talked about a couple weeks ago that was mentioned in this AMA. So let's go on to another one. So a very important thing is the branch storyline, which was kind of more broken down here. So again, spoiler warning, episode 3 is actually planned to have a scene about why a number of the characters ended up at the school, and I think you'll find this interesting. So again, we do know in episode 3, based on what Kent Mudle said, is that we are going to learn something about Lewis or Violet that we didn't know if, example, we did not pick them at the end of episode 2. So, for example, if I picked Violet in episode 2, I'm going to learn something about her that I wouldn't have learned had I picked Lewis. And reverse, if I did Lewis, and I would learn something about them. But you'd also learn something about Lewis because it's different. You're going to learn something about each character that you wouldn't have learned if you picked them. So, for example, again, I pick Violet. I've learned something about her that I didn't know if I didn't, but I'm learning something about Lewis since I didn't pick him, and vice versa. And especially other characters in the boarding school, again, based on our past choices. 10, we got a Sim, Ruby, Lewis. All these characters, we're going to learn stuff about why they were in the boarding school. We kind of learned a little bit about Ruby and her backstory with the nursery. We learned a little about Mitch. Mitch is dead now, so we're not, again, he's not going to really be of main importance, but we really don't know that much about, for example, characters like Omar, Willie. Lewis is still kind of a mystery. We do know a little bit of him, but he's kind of kept this past mystery. Even Violet, still a little bit with her past. We know a little bit about with her and Minerva and all that, but really we don't know the entitlements of why they are there. Especially my boy Omar. We need Omar scenes. Omar, respect for Omar, please. I mean, the guy is literally like the most insignificant character I've ever seen so far. Not really anything with him. But we shall see. But episode 3, Broken Toys, whenever we do get it, hopefully news soon. Branch choices, lots of variability, lots of stuff going to be happening. So choices based on what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, they will matter a lot. So, hope you guys do enjoy. And again, I hope for episode 3 Broken Toys news this upcoming week, guys. And again, once we get that news, I'll be sure to upload and keep you guys up to date with that. Well, I thank y'all so much for watching, guys. The grind to 150K goes on, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch y'all later. Peace and love.